Well, hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be on here now, sharing the next part of my life, my mum life, my daily life, cries, fails, laughs, everything with you guys. So I went on my Instagram about a week ago and asked if you guys could ask me some questions. Excuse the ring light. I have got a natural light in front of me, so I do not know why I've got this on, but hey ho. So as I just said, I asked a number of you guys for some questions on my Instagram story, and I got quite a few. So I'm going to go through these now and explain to you, well, let you guys get to know me a little bit more. So if you don't already know, my name is Anna. I am 20. I have a 15-month-old daughter called Frankie May, and I live in Bristol. I've been doing Instagram for quite a few years now, but this is, so you've probably seen loads of snippets of my life anyway, but this is just a bit more in detail of my life. So I will open my notes on my phone and get started. So first question is, I might go from the bottom, make it a little bit different. Do you live at home or in your own house? So I'm guessing they mean, do you live at home with parents or in your own house? So I live in my own house. Let me move this as it's really annoying. I live in my own house now, renting. Obviously, because I've got a child, I didn't want to be at home anymore, so I live in my own house. Originally, I lived with my mum and my sister because my dad passed away nearly 3 years ago, so it was just the three of us at home. Then I found my boyfriend, and then we decided to have a baby. So now in a house, which is lovely. I love my own space, freedom, and I just feel at peace. I see my mum literally nearly every day, and my sister, so I'm going from home to home, which is lovely. But yes, I am in my own house. Birth story soon? Question mark. I would love to do a video on my birth story. That's if everyone would like to hear about it. Not that it is like the most traumatic birth story, but if I could have vlogged it, you guys would have literally laughed out loud because it was the funniest thing ever. I'll have to go into this on another thing, but honestly, I wish I was doing YouTube back then because it was so funny. So yeah, I will definitely do a video if you'd like to see it about the birth story. It is quite an interesting one, but you would love it. Next one is, what's your most used phone app? So I'd probably say Instagram. Don't get me wrong, I go through TikTok like 30 times a day. Well, often. Facebook I use quite often. The least used app is probably Snapchat, surprisingly. I just never find anything really great on there. I mean, I like to go back on there every now and again to see the memories from that day, like years ago, but I don't like use it to communicate with people. So I'd probably say Instagram and WhatsApp are probably my two most used apps. Definitely Instagram, I'm on there like 24/7. So the next one is, would you ever make an OnlyFans? So I get asked this quite a lot. No, I wouldn't. Don't get me wrong, I don't think there's anything wrong in OnlyFans. I just think, for me personally, knowing I've got a child, not saying that if you've got a child, you can't do it, but I just don't feel like I don't feel any benefit in if I did it. Like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I think people would love it, because I've had loads of questions saying, can you do it? But I don't want to do it. I'm happy with what I do, and it's just about enough. I don't want to expose myself in that sort of way. But honestly, no, like, I'm not saying it's wrong if you do it. Please don't take me up on that, because everyone lives their life differently, but that's just not for me at the moment. So, what's your daily life? This is quite a long one. So, I wake up, I'm going into right detail, aren't I? I usually wake up at 6:30. Reason being, I'm a headachy person. So I feel if I lie in bed for a long time, I end up with a bad head. So I don't tend to do that. I usually go to bed about 10:30, 11, wake up 6:30, make a coffee. I always have 2 coffees every morning, regardless of what I'm doing. I'll go and have 2 coffees. That's just, I have to. It's like there's no doubt about it, I'll do that. So then I'll go get Frankie's breakfast, give her a bottle. She's not on milk. I'm going into right detail about her now, aren't I? Just, she loves anything, she'll drink anything, she's really good. So I do that, give her a bottle, then I will pop her in front of the TV while I go get ready. So I always have a shower in the morning, do my makeup, do my hair, get dressed, and then get her ready, and then we'll do whatever we're doing. Usually I'll go see my mum 3-4 times a week, and my sister. And I also see my nan quite often. So I've got 2 nans and 1 granddad. My dad, who has passed away sadly, has got mum and dad, who I see probably every other week. And then I've got my mum's mum, who I see often. So I see them quite a bit, and then I'll either go shopping, go for a walk, take Frankie to soft play. I do exercise every day for at least like an hour and 20, just to keep that in. Try and eat as healthy as I can. Sometimes that's not possible. Saturday's my cheat day, if you wanted to know that. Yeah. So it depends really. I don't really plan out my weeks. It really does depend. Take Frankie to see her other nans. It literally depends every week what I do. So where do you see yourself in 5 years time? So in 5 years time, hopefully you guys will still be watching my YouTube and my Instagram. I would love to be engaged in 5 years time and probably have another baby, but we will see. Are you happy in general? So I'd say I am. I won't say I'm not happy, because I am happy. I'm really happy. I've got a lovely baby who is just a princess. I've got a lovely family, a lovely supportive family. I couldn't really ask for anything more. I'm living in a house. What else could I not want, you know? How many siblings do you have? So I only have 1 sibling, just 1 sister who is 16. She's just doing her exams, bless her. Yeah, I've just got the 1 sister, and I'm so grateful for having just a sister. It's lush. We've got the best bond ever. We do everything together. She loves Frankie, Frankie loves her. It's lovely. We get on like house on fire. It's brilliant. But we didn't used, well, everyone doesn't really get on when they're younger, but now we're like sort of like at similar ages, like few years apart. We get on like perfectly. It's lovely. She stays over here like every other week, which is nice. So yeah. How is life being a mum? So I absolutely love being a mum. To be fair, I didn't think I'd be a mum yet. I thought I'd be a mum about mid-20s, 23 sort of age, but here we are. I love it so much. I'm just so me when I'm a mum. It's not even just being a mum, it's also like, it keeps me really busy, which I love. I love just being busy. It's just perfect. So that's one thing I love. And I also just love, how can I explain it? Just having the little bond we have is so nice. She literally idolises me. I idolise her. Perfect. Couldn't really say anything else about it because I just genuinely love it. Do you want any more kids, and if so, when and how many? I do, but not yet. I'd say when she's maybe 4. Just because then she's gone to school, I won't have like all attention on another child. It will just be she's gone to school, and then I'm how do I say it? I'm bringing up another child. That's how I say it. Yeah. So I wouldn't want one yet. It's just too soon personally for me anyway. But everybody's different. I probably would be fine, but just not yet. But I definitely would love another one. Do you drive? So yes, I do. I think I've been driving now for about nearly 3 years, or is it 3 years in January I've been driving. I started to learn when I was 17, and I think an angel from above passed me, because I passed a week before lockdown, so cannot moan at that. I was over the moon. I was so excited to drive for years and years, and now I'm driving, it's just like, it's just an everyday thing. I literally drive all the time, like every single day. Love it. Next one is, what made you want to start vlogging? So I don't really know. It's a difficult one. I've wanted to do this for so long. I've never really had the balls to do it. I've always, as you know, done Instagram, and I love doing Instagram. Just taking pictures every day, collaborating with other brands and making friends through it as well. So then I thought, so many people are intrigued about my life, so why don't I start vlogging and making YouTube videos so you can see more about me. How's life without a dad by your side? This is a really sensitive one. You just learn to live with it, you really do. Like, I'll never ever be over it, none of us will be, but you just learn to like grasp with life, and like, this is it now. Like, he wouldn't want me to, and I don't want to mope around for the rest of my life missing someone. I love him to bits, always loved him, and always will, but it's hard, don't get me wrong. I'm not like trying to wipe this out. It's really hard. My mum's got with someone else, which is lovely, because we get on so well. We all get on, it's lovely. I love him, it's nice. And I'm happy for my mum, because I wouldn't want my mum to be on her own, because if the same happened to me, I'd be exactly the same. So yeah, it's tough, really tough, especially when there's big events like having a baby, getting married if I ever do. Like when I passed, even just like passing my driving, it was like really like heartbreaking. He's not there to see it. Obviously he probably knows, but he's not there to see it, and it's just so like overwhelming and heartbreaking. I still can't get over the fact I went to a funeral of my own parent at age 17. It just baffles me, and my sister was what, 14. It's actually mind-blowing. I actually don't know how I even went and showed my face where I was. It's just unbelievable. But I'm so lucky I've got my mum, who is my best friend. Like, I can't imagine if, God forbid, anything happened to her. Love her so much. It's just one of those things, I guess. It happens. Maybe one day I will do a little video on it and show you, well, not show you, but like explain what sort of happened, not in depth or in like full on detail, but like sort of what happened. Really sad, really sad. A lot as well. Like, it isn't just like what you're probably thinking, like an instant thing. It was like months and months of like going through like heartbreak. But here we are. Here we are. What got you into Instagram and that lifestyle? So I did Miss Bristol. I applied for Miss Bristol. I actually can't remember what year it was now. I think it was 2015. I think you can be 16 when you do it. I'm trying to work out now. No, how was it 2015? Am I like losing my mind? I can't remember, to be fair, what year it was. Well, my dad died in 19. I think it was 2017. probably. So yeah, I did that, and before I did that I was sort of doing like bits and bobs on Instagram, like collaborating, but like nothing like crazy, just sort of bits like jewellery and other bits. And then I came across this competition that I saw some girls were applying for, and I thought I'm gonna give that a go. So I did that, went to David Lloyd in Bristol, I can't remember which one it was, Westbury-on-Trim. Was it Westbury-on-Trim? It might have been Westbury-on-Trim. I think it was. And we literally were in like a business room upstairs in there, nothing like crazy, like, and there's about 6 of us, and we all got awarded, like, well, some of the girls didn't, some of the girls did. There was obviously the Miss Bristol one, there was other titles, and then right at the end, because I was one of the girls, I'm still in contact with some of them, bless them, they're so lush. There was like me and one other girl that didn't get anything, and obviously we were gutted. We'd like done ourselves up, we'd gone along, we were excited, and we didn't get anywhere with it. And then at the end they came over to me and said, look, we really cannot let you go without giving you something. We just love you and want to give you an award. And they had the sashes, like the sashes that go across you. I was like, right, I was so excited. I think my mum, my nan and my sister were waiting for me downstairs. I was buzzing, and they gave me this sash and a certificate. It was for Miss Me She Me, which is a brand. Me She Me is a clothing brand. I don't know if they're still around anymore, but anyway, they give me this sash, Miss Me She Me Top Model Bristol. I was like, wow. I said, well, what you know, what does this mean? And they said, well, you're now going to be competing in the Miss England semi-finals in Nottingham. And I was like, wow. Like, it was like a big thing for me. It was just crazy. And because I was going to leave with nothing, and then they called me back. So I just went home as normal, like so excited. Got called into the salon in Patchway. I had to just go in, do some pictures with the like board behind me with the Miss England like logos on. They gave me some British hair, which was absolutely amazing. Shampoo and conditioner. I promoted that on my Instagram. Honestly, I'm not even just saying it because it was gifted. It was beautiful stuff. I want to get some more now. Whilst I'm talking about it, I'm actually going to go order some in a minute. It was beautiful. I think it's like, it's something to do with Miss England because it's British hair. It's got like the crown on it. I don't really know, but it was brilliant. Anyway, I did some pictures, got a certificate, had my sash on, loved it. Then I had to go to do a charity event. This is really long-winded, isn't it? We had to raise money to do it. So me, my nan, my mum, I think it was just the 3 of us. It might have been my sister if we went on a Saturday. But we went to Bath and we sat with a bucket for PDSA. I think it was PDSA, or was it Battersea? Pretty sure it was PDSA in Bristol. We had a bucket to collect money. I think we got over 300. It was really a nice day. Had to raise some funds for Miss England, so I think it was half went to Miss England, half went to PDSA, which was lovely. Went with them because we just love animals. I've got, well, it's not really my dog, but my mum's got a dog, a Pomeranian. You'll see on this channel. She's lush. She's a miniature one. She's literally lush. Can't wait to show you. Going off topic now, but so I did that, and then had to go to Nottingham, which was such a drive. I think we stayed for 2 nights in a travel lodge. My mum drove me down. She stayed, bless her. So boring for her because parents couldn't come in to watch. I think they could. It was quite expensive for a ticket. She was just like, and I said I'm not bothered, so don't worry about it. Did the pageant. Very like pressurizing doing it. I took my prom dress, walked down the aisle in front of like so many people. It was so like high demand, but loved it. Didn't get anywhere in that. It's a very difficult competition. They sort of like, I'm not saying they judge you because they don't, but they judge you on like the charity money, what you've raised. If you raise a lot, you're more likely to win. It's not about beauty, it's not about personality, nothing like that at all. It's a weird one, but it's also really fun. So that is that. And then I just went from there and just started like building up my Instagram. Yeah. Love it. I'll show you the next one. Show you? I'll read you the next one. So, who came up with the name Frankie, you or Jake? So, I always loved the name Frankie from like when I was in primary school. Literally, I had a girl message me the other day and she said, you used to say you like that name in school, and I literally did. It's one of those names where you could have it for a girl or a boy, which I love. So I said to him when we found out we were having a baby, I said, what name would you like? He didn't really, I said Frankie, he was like, yeah, I love it. So we went with that. We weren't sure for a while. I did keep saying Beau, B-E-A-U. We went off that in the end. So we went with Frankie, and then May for her well, it's not really her middle name, but we don't really use it. It's M-A-E, May. I used to call her Frankie May all the time. Now it's just Frankie, Frankie. So we both sort of agreed on it, really. Both liked it, which was good. We didn't like argue about names, which I would have absolutely hated. Because if you want one, he wants one. It's like, well, what would you do? So, next one is biggest fear. Right. I never really had like a big fear, but I came in the other day in the house. I went to Weymouth last week for 3 days. Came back, had loads of washing to do. There was a huge spider hanging out the towel in the hallway. I freaked out. I'm not good with spiders because I do want to kill them, but if I feel like if I stepped on one and it got on my foot, I'd scream house down. So I left it, and it ran back into the towel and it had a web. Oh my god, I left it. I let Jake deal with that, and he killed it when he got in because I don't like them, and I get loads of them in this house. I hate it. So that is a fear. And then also heights. Absolutely hate heights. But I don't mind a still height. For example, we went to the Shard in London in April. April, yeah. And that I didn't mind because you're still, and I loved it. But if I went on a roller coaster like Stealth in Thorpe Park, I think I'd be sick with fright. So scary because you're moving. It's such a big height. Horrible. Next, this is the last question, guys. So if you could live anywhere, where would it be? I always used to say I'd love to live in America, but I don't think, I just never want to move from Bristol now. I love being in Bristol. I've got all my family here. Everything's here. I know where I am. I feel safe. I'm like secluded. I wouldn't want to move away. I always used to say after I went to America, I want to move there, but I definitely don't now. I want to stay here. So yeah, I'm happy in Bristol. Anyway, guys, I am so happy to be on here talking to you all. I'm going to leave it here, and hopefully you will subscribe to my channel, follow my Instagram, Miss Anna, and like this video, and you will see me soon for some more catch-ups, vlogs, whatever you like. If you can comment underneath this video what you'd like to see from me, we'll get the ball rolling. Love you all. Bye.